for whom it may concern, I want to make this video for my subscribers and followers out there. And what I want to talk about is what's been going on with me and my life lately. And no, it's nothing bad. Everything's good, but I just want to give you a quick update. So I am still, of course, reselling. You know, that's what I do for a full-time living. That's probably, if you are subscribed to me or following me, probably the majority of you are resellers too, or trying to get into reselling. I'm not really sourcing a whole lot right now. What I'm doing is just trying to sell down my inventory and try a different model of reselling. So I got a lot of inventory, and to be completely honest with you, a lot of it is stuff that I probably should have never picked up in the first place. Really what I want to do is focus just more on cleats and just get into that like athletic niche. And with that, of course, still comes all the other responsibilities that you have as a husband and a dad, and you know, all the things you got going on in your life. So you have to keep those up. You have to, of course, make enough money to pay the bills. And on top of that, I'm 48 years old and just decided that I want to start a clothing brand. And I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it is. I think the whole reselling and entrepreneurial thing helps you grow as a person. You find out a lot of stuff about yourself that maybe you didn't realize. Hey, maybe you're not as disciplined as you thought you are. Maybe you're not as organized. Maybe you're not as hard of a worker as you thought you were. But when you work for yourself and you're trying to build something, there's all these skill sets. There's all these things that go into learning. And with clothes, I pretty much got into this, I guess you would call it the bleach community. It's people who, you know, we're taking Lysol with bleach, bleaching hoodies, bleaching t-shirts, making designs, promoting them, selling them, and a lot of them took off. A lot of them went crazy. Some of them use paint. I mean, you can use patches, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But growing a brand from the ground up is something that intrigues me, and if that intrigues you, you know, building a clothing brand or reselling, and you're not already, please do me a huge favor. You know, give me a follow along on this journey. Also, the other thing is, you know, building a brand, you know, the items you're making have to be desirable. So I'm still in the learning phases. I'm trying to see what works. You know, do I want to make something a really crazy design, you know, big graphics, or do I want to make something more simple, like maybe this Gymshark hoodie? And the other thing with clothes is I could take something like this that already has a following, Gymshark, Carhartt, and I could rework it, upcycle it, whatever you want to call it, and I can add my own touches to it. So that is another way to sell clothing. So my wife also, she wants to get into this. She wants to learn how to sew, and there's just so many ways that you can make clothes and start businesses. Now I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but that's just how my mind works. I'm always thinking of different things to try and different ways to learn, different ways to grow. So who knows, maybe in 3 weeks I might be trying another endeavor, another adventure. But look, I just come on here to say this. It was time for me to get back in front of the camera again. That's another thing. I'm trying to build a YouTube. I'm trying to build an Instagram. I'm trying to build a social presence. And I'm trying just to connect and reach other like-minded people that are trying to do the same thing in their life. Of course, you know, I'm still serving in my church. I'm in different ministries there. So I guess what I'm trying to say is just like everybody, I feel like I'm busy and I got a lot of things on the stove that are cooking, and I'm just trying to find balance. And I want to just say this to you. I appreciate all of you that's been with me from day one. Maybe you just stumbled across this video somehow. Who knows? Do me a huge favor, all of you out there. Hit that like button for me. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you got any questions, got any comments, drop them down below. Of course, maybe you want to sell something to me. Maybe you're getting out of the reselling business. The best way to get in touch with me is Instagram. Take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.